Hey everyone, welcome to the workshop. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you who has stopped by and checked out our videos. In the last 30 days, we've had over 11,000 people just stop in and see what we're doing here. We're just having fun. So thank you, appreciate it. Love you all. We've done a few cool things. Recently, we just completed the obligatory cutting board. Hard maple, cherry, and black walnut. Got that done. Came out quite well, I have to say. Also, made some cool little coasters. Ooh. Right? So, matching set. What else did we do? Put in some shelves for underneath the bench top. Also finished the countertop for the bench top. Floating shelves up in the house made out of live edge. That's what started this whole let's do woodworking. And so yeah, but today we're going to do two things. One, the brand new table saw that I bought recently has its stock blade on it, so we're gonna upgrade that to the Diablo 10-inch 80-tooth carbide tip blade. It's just gonna help make our projects look even better. I also upgraded the miter saw. That too has a stock blade on it, which it works. Here comes Oakley, the shop cat. What's up, buddy? That's gonna get a Diablo blade as well. 80 tooth, carbide tip blade, just 12 inches. So anyway, we're gonna do those two things together, so stay tuned. Again, thank you for following and hanging out. We appreciate it. Love you. First and foremost, let's make sure that we disconnect the power, or else we'll be working like this, or like this, or whatever. But we need all our fingers, so unplug the power. All right. Next is we need to clean off our workbench, our saw. Actually, there's a button here. If you press this button, it locks in the blade and you can turn it. There. I should read the instructions, but it's just another man's opinion on how to do something. So you're gonna loosen up the nut off the arbor. Try not to drop it. You got your nut, your washer, which sits like that against the blade. And the blade just pops out, just like that. 40 tooth. So we're doubling the amount of teeth that's going on here. Set that aside. All right, we have painstakingly taken the blade off its packaging. It's very important you put the blade going in the right direction. There's little arrows here that tell you which way it goes. And honestly, if you have no idea, pay attention when you take off the stock blade, because I'm sure they do that correctly from the factory. So anyway, think about the blade coming towards you and just look at the teeth. Yeah. Push this button back in. Just tighten her up. There. There. Garbage, garbage. All right, the blade is in. Now we need to make sure that everything is lined up and square. So I recently was watching a YouTube by a guy by the name of Jonathan Katzmosestools. Guy's phenomenal. Check his channel out. Way better than me. Anyway, hit a really good tip. Take your marker and just pick a random tooth. So we're gonna mark this tooth right here. And I have my fence set at 2 inches. So I measured from the fence over to the blade, and it's a little bit there, 2 inches, okay? My square is flush against the fence, 2 inches right on the blade. Now take your blade, rotate it to the back. Using that same tooth that you hit with your marker, you're gonna measure. Make sure that your square is flush against the fence. Find that tooth and we are good. So we know from start to finish, it's square, and that's how you do it. But there's something else I want to show you. Okay, when I picked the random number of 2 inches, I used my square, 2 inches. And I came over here and I realized what was originally set is now coming up shy. That is the difference of the old blade. So when you swap out your blade, make sure you recalibrate everything. Just notice that real quickly. So anyway, blade's done, fence is square, everything's good to go. I'm going to loosen these up and just line it back up, and we're back in business. Anyway, that is the Diablo blade change. All right, let's work on the miter saw. Now I have it plugged directly into my dust extractor. So again, following all safety rules, let's unplug the power source. All right, now we're on to the miter saw. There's a little button back here you hold, you press in, and it locks the blade in. This comes with an Allen key. Put it in there, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually read the directions on which way to turn it. So we're gonna go this way. Boop. I already loosened it up. And we're just gonna turn this off. I will say it's easier if you lock everything in place. So you got your bolt, your washer, and now you have to unlock it. Lift that up. Just like that, old blade comes out. All right, now let's open this package up. These packages are a pain in the butt. I'm a paramedic and I have these shears. These are Leatherman Raptors. They're the only things I know that can really cut through this plastic. This was a buy once, cry once purchase. I bought these shears about, I don't know, 4 years ago. And they've been through a lot. They probably have a lot of DNA on them, but they work and they're still sharp. And now I just use them around the shop. Oh. All right. There, little effort. Again, let's make sure we know which way this thing is rotating so it cuts properly. And it's gonna go just like that. So lift that up. There. And we got the washer. Nut. Reverse thread. So it's going to go the opposite way that you think it does. Instead of lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, it's lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. Drop that, lock it, find that button again, lock the blade in place. Elbow grease, and we're done. Easy peasy. Now that the blade is done, we're just gonna do a quick reference to see if we're square. I take a speed square, put it against the fence, and check it. Everything looks good. All right, that concludes today's day in the workshop. We changed blades on the table saw and miter saw. Went flawless. Everything's squared up, put back together. Coming up, we have, again, a floating shelf session. Need to make one more floating shelf, and we have a few more little projects going on. So stay tuned. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking us out. Subscribe, hit the button, like, do all the things, or just stop in every once in a while and see what we're up to. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Love ya. Stay safe.